Hey, what's up? It's me, LA, and you're listening to LA Understood Radio. LA Understood. Hashtag LA Radio. Welcome back. Today's subject is being a kid. I'm just gonna be real with you. Wow. Keep it real, girl. I know a lot of people all around the world, hands locked around the world, like it's a small world after all. They can agree that they all will wish to be a kid again. I understand exactly where they're coming from. There's a two-way answer to that. They miss being a kid because they just like having the freedom and the time to just mess around and play and not have anything to worry about. They were happy. All they did was woke up, played, eat, slept, whatever. And then also being a kid, is a reflection of younger days where things weren't as crazy. And also no responsibility, so that's what I mean. So I think I actually said three things, but other than that, I'm not one of those people who would wish to be a kid again. I love the age I am. If I had the power, I would stop the clock and be this age forever. I would never want to be a kid again. And that's not coming from having a bad childhood or anything. It's just I always felt like I was in the way, I just always felt like I was in the way. And unfortunately, I kind of see things like that today too, because that's how people are. They have given children a better platform though, They have like those TV shows now, like on the cooking show where the kids are, like the next kid chef or something. They're starting to acknowledge children for being more than just in the way, a nuisance, or just to have fun, cute and cuddly. They're also acknowledging the children for their intelligence. And like who's smarter than a fifth grader? They're acknowledging them for their intelligence, their creativity, and just how smart they really are. But so it's different. So I do applaud the system of the media for acknowledging that children aren't stupid and they are not in the way. But when I was growing up, that was more or less what our agenda was. We were in the way. If we had something important to say, I knew coming up I wasn't going to be heard no matter how important it was, because I was just a kid and you don't know anything, so stay out of grown folks' business. That's my perspective of not wanting to be a kid. Even however, if I did have a voice back then, and people did hear me, even though I was hurt, but not like that, because once again, I was still a kid. I still would not want to be a kid because I'm still trapped in a little kid's body. And that don't have anything to do with like being a midget or a dwarf. No, because once they are grown, they are of age to do stuff just like we are. Drink, vote, be emancipated, get good jobs. So it don't have anything to do with size. It has to do with the age. No, never want to be a kid again because you have so many limitations. Even if you do have the support of people listening to you, you have to have some type of adult involvement still to have the guidance around you, because you can't sign for things if you want to have like your own business on the internet, which is very accessible now. You still have to have parental or legal guardianship to help you, and then finding someone who really wants to help you and devote that time into you outside of theirs. And on top of that, them not seeing just the dollar signs and pushing you, the child, out of the way and completely taking over your business and ruining it, or taking it into a direction you didn't want. It's a lot of risk factors, because even though a child is smart, they still can be taken advantage of by someone their superior. Not meaning like black and white, but just the authority figure of being more mentally prepared for something like that, wiser. So I never want to be a kid again because it's too many limitations. I have carried my childhood attributes over into my adulthood, and I'm still a kid at heart. And I love it because now I have children too, and I haven't lost that spark. Like in that Peter Pan movie where you know, Robin Williams, he lost who he was when he went back to Neverland because he came back here and grew up. Well, I never lost that kid part, so if I got the invitation to go to Neverland, I'd fit right in. You know, just to say an example, to give an example. Is there anyone out there who feel the same way I do? I would love to hear comments and see them down below. You know, being a kid to me was overrated. I did have fun and stuff. It wasn't completely horrible. It could have been better, but I think that's everybody's. But that stuff don't have anything to do with me not wanting to do that. I have captured everything into one bottle of myself, and I have the best of both worlds. I'm an adult now, fully grown, able to conceive a business and watch it grow, and have more wisdom and discernment as to who I want to help me. I have more discernment to know who I know will not be a good, you know, benefit or asset into helping me grow my business. And I am a kid at heart. So, and I also respect the child's mind and their views, because I understand that if they have something important to say, no matter how they say it or how funny they sound, or if they had to draw it in pictures, I'm a level with them and reach out to them, you know, and let them know that they're important. So I guess that's what we can do now as we're, you know, in high school and 18 on up and early 20s, even early 30s. In 40s, because I have some people, I looked at my chart, who's been listening to me from the 35-year-old to 40 bracket. To me, that's not old, but according to the brackets, that's how they bracket them up. So I appreciate that. So you guys out there, just remember, when you see a kid, or if you have kids, to respect their mind, their views, and their opinion. They are, for the most part, still brutally honest. Please appreciate that. Don't be so quick to react with a do what I say, not as I do. Respect your elders, or you don't know nothing, because even if they might be wrong, it's still nice to let them have a say, because that cultivate and shape them into knowing that their voice do matter, because you're gonna need a voice out here. Thank God for social media, and they'll probably be on the social media bandwagon expressing themselves. But even in school, because if they have to talk to the teacher about something that's bothering them in class, you would want them to be able to go to an adult figure that they trust, because they may not be able to call on you all the time. You guys are going to be at work, and I'm quite sure you had a conversation. You can't be calling me all the time. I'm at work. So instill in them the confidence for them to be able to express themselves, and, you know, teach them that it's okay to do that. I never want to be a kid again. I've embodied my childhood likenesses or tendencies within myself, and I carried them with me, and I'm thankful for that. Because being a grown person don't mean casting away all your inhibitions of being a child, because when it's time for you to have a child, you're going to be a lame ass parent, and you're going to be teaching your kids lame values with no imagination, no stimuli up in their heads to do something creative and inventive. Don't lose that, because your child will be missing out on something very fun in life. Never push the childless stuff away. So one day they're going to grow up, and then they're going to be a powerhouse and remember you and be like, man, that's you, man. You suck, man. You know, everybody else, mom and dad, they used to play and stuff, and dang, when we was a kid, we didn't do nothing. They told us to sit down. You don't want that. And plus, you just don't want it, not because of karma, neither. It's just, you just don't want that. You want the best for your kid. So, that's that. I would love to hear some comments about it. I never would want to be a kid again. I love the age I am, and I would wish I could stay this age forever. And that's that. Tell me your story about being a kid. What you liked, what you didn't like.